Okay, we're live. So, if you're watching this on the replay, I just want to give you a little reminder that if you want to make sure that you're here when I go live and when these things are happening, just click the little bell symbol next to the subscribe button and that will turn on notifications. And then you will get a notification when I go live and then you will know and you will be here. So if that's important to you, if you want to be here to hang out and chat and all that kind of stuff, then you should definitely do that. We're going to be hanging out for a little bit here at the beginning just to see if anyone wants to come and hang out with me. And we'll see how it goes. I don't know if I've ever done a live stream at this time before, so I'm not really sure if it's a good time for people or not, so we'll find out. I guess it's a little bit of an experiment. But my hope is that since this is a different time than I normally do live streams, that maybe there are some of you who can't make it to other live streams, but you can make it to this. Oh, Nita's here. Nita says hi. Hi, Nita. Yeah, as you're coming on, say hello, so I know you're here. And we're just gonna hang out and chat. I don't have any, like, big groundbreaking subjects planned. We're just gonna hang out. Oh, Sarah Peck says hi. Hi, Sarah. Nice to see you. And yeah, I just thought this would be a fun time for us to just chill out, see what's going on with y'all. Amy Webb says hi. Hi, Amy. Natalie says hello. Hi, Natalie. Yay! I'm glad you guys are here. I wasn't sure if this was a good time or not, so this is really exciting. Let me know how y'all are doing today. I'm doing pretty good. I just got back from the gym. Oh, let me put my water over here. Maybe over here. Oh, Kay Ripka says hi. Don't know how long I can stay, but hi. Oh, good. I'm glad you're here. I hope you can stay for a while. Natalie says how. Yeah, I just got back from the gym and I took a shower, so I still have wet hair. But it was really good. I went to Mixed Fit. Orangey, do not scratch on the chair, honey, please. It's not a scratching post. Cats. What was I saying? Oh, I went to Mixed Fit, which is like my favorite class right now. It's my main workout that I've been doing. I do it twice a week. And I don't know if any of you have Mixed Fit at your gyms or if you've taken it before, but I love it. It's so much fun. It's a, like a dance group fitness class. And I really like it because I was a dancer growing up and dancing is like one of my favorite things. And it's basically just dancing for an hour. And it's really fun. I really like it. And I mean, group fitness in general is my preference. I'd rather do that than just like go in the gym and like get on a piece of equipment or whatever. I really like the class setting and that's just kind of my thing. So in general, I like classes, but I really like Mixed Fit. Natalie says it sounds fun. Yes, it's like, I look forward to it all day when it's Mixed Fit day. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to go. It's gonna be so fun. And if I miss it, or like there's been times where like I got my days mixed up and I was thinking it was a different day and then I forgot to go and I was like, oh no, I was so disappointed. So I'm super into that right now, and it's really nice to have something that just feels fun the whole time, which is the ideal thing with exercise. I mean, you want something that you like, but this is something that I really like. Like the whole time it's just like a blast. Nita says that she likes gym classes too, and Nita says, what gym are you a member of? I'm a member of our local YMCA. So that's what I do. And yeah, I'm glad they have that class because I was actually thinking of getting rid of my gym membership because I wasn't really using it, so it was kind of a waste of money just because there was a class I really liked that was called, what was it called? Oh, Body Pump. You guys might know that. That's kind of a big one. That's a lot of places too. Body Pump is a weightlifting class, and I loved that class, and I was doing regularly, and then like both of the instructors that taught it at the same time left, and they didn't have a new person to teach it, so it was just gone. And then all the other stuff they had, I wasn't really into it that much, and so I hadn't been going. I just been doing like stuff here at the house, and I wasn't really even working out that consistently because I wasn't excited about anything. So I was doing yoga here, but nothing, that was kind of it, and like walks and stuff, but nothing too intense, which is fine. But I was really looking for something, like I wanted something more intense again. So I was gonna get rid of my membership because I was like, I'm not using this. And then I found out about this class. My mom actually told me about it, and she was like, I think you would really like this. It seems like exactly your thing. So I went and I fell in love. Teresa says, that's why you are very healthy and beautiful. Well, thank you. I appreciate the compliment. But yeah, so I got home, I took a shower, and I'm actually a little bit hungry, so I do have food here too. I ate dinner before I went, but I didn't want to eat too much because I kind of ended up finishing dinner like right before I had to go, and I didn't want to be too full because it's like mostly cardio, so it's a lot of jumping, and I didn't want to like feel sick or whatever. So now that I'm back, I'm a little bit hungry again. So I have some guacamole that's left over for dinner and some chips, some of the Wegmans blue corn chips. So I figured I could eat that and talk with you guys. Nita asked, does Jason go to the gym too? He does more like, he doesn't go to the same gym I go to. He does a lot of like, I don't know, self-workouts. I don't know what he really does. Maybe we can ask him later. Sometimes he runs, sometimes he'll do lunges, sometimes he'll do like, it's like calisthenic stuff. He did do CrossFit for a while, for a few years. So that was pretty intense when he was doing that. So that was like 3 days a week he would do that. And he really, really liked it. But then situation ended up changing with work and stuff. And so he couldn't do it anymore. And he also kind of wanted a break. Like, it was super intense in a fun way. But then I think also it was super intense and like, this is super intense. So I mean, maybe he would say it differently, but this is me, my perception. So he's taking a break from that. I think it might be something he'd like to go back to in the future, though. Jason is the same as me in that I think he likes the structure of like that group fitness class atmosphere as well. That's one thing he really liked about CrossFit, is to go and have someone to say, this is what we're doing today, rather than kind of making it up on your own, because it's, I don't know, I feel like it's, for me and for him, I think it's just more fun and also more efficient and more higher intensity when we have more of that structure there rather than doing it by yourself. So oh, Jenna99 says hi. Hello. Natalie says it's nice seeing familiar names in the live chat. Hi everyone. Yeah, I love that, because you know, I get to know y'all's names and your little icons and everything. I think that's really cool. And it's also cool because, you know, some of you that are here for live videos and chat don't necessarily leave comments on my regular videos. So it's kind of cool to see different names. And some of you do both, but I like hanging out with you guys live and seeing kind of the same people over and over. And it's also interesting because of the different time, I thought, you know, maybe I'll get a different mix of people or whatever, but it seems like you guys are just here with me, which is really cool. And I guess I'm sure there's people who are watching who aren't commenting. If you're out there, say hello. We'd love to hear from you. Teresa says, when are you going to have a baby? I don't know. I don't have any announcements. There's no, like, timetable on that. So, whenever the time comes, I suppose. I don't have any predictions or any strict plans, but eventually. Natalie says, got notifications on for your videos, always try to pop on the live. That's awesome. That's definitely the best way to go. As far as live streams, especially, I mean, for all videos, if you want to make sure that you know when they get posted, but for live streams, notifications are the way to go if you want to be here live, because then you will know and you can make it happen. I mean, live streams are fun to watch on the replay. I like to watch live streams on replay all the time, but if you can be here live, there's definitely a different energy, and it's great because we can get to talk to each other. Also, update, I don't know if you guys remember when Ello sent me these water bottles. I showed them in a video, a few of the ones. They just sent them to me to try or whatever. Don't have any sort of like sponsorship with them or anything. They just kind of sent them my way to test out because they know that I like their stuff. I like this one. I use this one a lot for the gym, and it's good. I wasn't sure how this mechanism, if it would hold up well, because, you know, anytime you have moving parts and stuff, it's like, okay, over time, how's it going to do? But so far, it's doing pretty well. I like the whole straw thing, and the sleeve is nice, and I don't know. It's been doing pretty good, so. We've got a friend in the background. Hey, Mel. What you doing? Hi. Oh, Moxie really likes tortilla chips. And we don't really give the cats people food, but a lot of times when we have chips, we will give Moxie a little teeny tiny piece. I don't know if he likes the saltiness or what it is, but he's always around if you have chips. Oh, Nita says you have a kitty behind you trying to live stream bomb. Yeah, he likes to get behind this curtain sometimes, so I guess he's gonna hang out in there. Maybe he'll come out and hang out with us. Oh, Jenna99 says, I love your channel, and being a cat guy, I love Jason's channel too. Yay, I'm glad to hear that. Excuse me, I'm burping. There are several of you that watch my videos and watch his videos, which I think is really fun, because our channels are very different, but, you know, there are people out there who like both of our channels, or maybe who were on my channel and went over to his, or were on his and came over to mine, which I think is really cool. What kind of stuff do you guys like to do as far as exercise? Do any of you have favorite classes or whatever? I'd love to hear about that. I always like to hear what people's thing is. Right now, for me, mixed fit. Nita says, I actually found your channel from watching Jason's. Yes, I remember that. Yeah, that's cool. I like it. I guess, mainly that happens through live streams, right? Because a lot of times we pop into each other's live streams. Sometimes we are in each other's videos, in each other's videos, though, too. I have a few videos on my channel with Jason, and I'm in a couple of his, so. Nita asks, are you guys religious? Is that okay to ask? Sure, that's okay to ask. Yeah, we go to church. I help teach our age group Sunday school class, so that's cool. That's a newer thing. Well, not anymore. Been doing that for a few months now. But yeah. Natalie says, I have a gym membership, but haven't been in a few months. Yeah, that's the boat I was in. It's just, sometimes it's like the routine of it too. Like now that I'm going to this class and I have something I like, it's just like part of my schedule. But that's another reason I like classes, is because for me, again, the structure of the class, but also having, this is at this time, and you need to be there at this time, or you will miss it. That's really helpful for me to make sure that it happens. Because a lot of times it's not necessarily they don't have the time to work out, but it's like, I'll just get busy doing other stuff or I get distracted. So having that like solid whatever helps me do the thing that I want to do. Nita says, I like low impact because I have arthritis in my knees. That makes sense. Weight classes, things that do different things in classes. Oh, Moo's escaping. Hey, honey. What you doing? What you doing? You coming to hang out? Yeah, and maybe I should try out some other classes. I always look at the schedule and I'm like, none of this looks good. I've taken yoga classes there before. Sometimes I feel like yoga classes... You want me to move this stuff so you can sit next to me? Maybe I'll move this stuff over here. Sometimes... I mean, any yoga class can be good, but there's definitely certain styles, I guess, that I like better than others. The yoga classes that are kind of like yoga fitness, like let's take yoga and make it like all the other fitness classes, I don't really like that as much. I really like yoga with Adrienne. That, I mean, a lot of you guys know that. I've talked about her before, but her style is my style. It brings in the physical stuff. It also brings in some of the mental stuff, but it's not too woo-woo where it's like we're on another planet somewhere. She's just very like relatable and approachable. I think her stuff is cool and I love her channel. I need to be doing more like neck stuff though. And wrist stuff. I've been having a lot of just tightness in my shoulders and also pain in my wrist, which I guess is kind of like carpal tunnel. Just from, I think, sitting at the computer and mostly looking at my phone. Having my head like this all the time and scrolling and all that, which is not good. And, you know, you'd think, oh, Sarah, just get off your phone, and then that would help. That would help if I did that. I should do that. I don't know. I guess that's... It sounds bad to say that's a hobby of mine, being on my phone. But that's how I get a lot of information and stuff and keep up with news and what's going on. I mean, you guys know, and like watching YouTube and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of how I'm connected with everything. The one thing I did stop doing, and I like to hear your guys' thoughts on this, I stopped looking at Instagram stories. If you follow me on Instagram, you might know, like, it was like a month. I didn't even post anything on Instagram. I didn't go in with the intention of like, I'm taking a break, but it just kind of happened. I didn't get on it for a few days, and then it turned into a week. Not even opening the app. It wasn't just not posting. I was not using it. And I didn't feel like I was missing anything. And that was helpful because I was, especially with Instagram stories. And I mean, follow me on Instagram, but I don't know. It's, you gotta do what's right for you, right? And sometimes you kind of get in a mode and you don't realize that, oh, this isn't actually working, or I don't actually enjoy this that much. That's how I was with Instagram. And like, a lot of things about Instagram I really like, but Instagram stories, problem with that for me is there's a lot of people that I follow on Instagram that I want to follow to see their pictures, but I don't want to see their stories. Like, I like their stuff and they're cool. I mean, you guys know that too. I'm sure you have people you follow that you're like, oh, they're interesting. And then you have people you follow that you're like, oh, I love everything they do. I want to see every little thing that's happening, and I feel really connected to them, or I feel like their stuff is really helpful, or I'm really interested in what they're doing, or whatever. But with Instagram, like, some of those people that I don't care that much about, their stories are still in my thing, and then even just the effort to swipe through them is just like mental energy and time, and you don't realize how draining that is. So I wish I could like filter out the stories and be like, these are the people I want to see, put them at the front. And there's a couple people I follow that were posting so many. For me, I like a person that posts maybe 3 to 5 max in a day would be great. But there are people that I follow that, if you guys use Instagram stories, it's like there's dashes at the top to show. So if there's 3 things in their story, it'll be like 1, 2, 3, etc. There are some people I follow that it looked like periods because they were posting so much. It was just like da 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 da. Like, no one has time for this. Like, even people who are, maybe some people like it, but I'm just like, I'm not that interested in all of these little things. I don't want to see you, I don't know, pour your coffee every single day of my life. I don't want to see it. And so so I kind of checked out of those because of that, because there's so much in there that I didn't want to see, that I wasn't even enjoying the stuff that I didn't want to see. And that, I think, made me feel a lot better. But now I spend a lot of my time on my phone just looking at a lot of BTS stuff. That's the Korean pop group that I really like. So they've taken up a lot of my time now. Jenna99 says, after meeting Jason David Frank from the Power Rangers, me and my girlfriend got interested in martial arts. We just need a good class. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, that's cool. I've never done any kind of martial arts, but I feel like, yeah, with that, you just gotta find a good place to go. But that's, once you do it, sounds like that could be really fun. K-Rika says, I don't really exercise, but we love going hiking and just being active. Yeah, and that's a good point. You don't have to exercise. You can just be active in your everyday life, and that's good too. Jenna99 says that they met the Jason David Frank guy at Comic-Con. Cool. Nita says, Moo wants snacks. Yeah, he's not being too pushy. I don't know where he went, but... Oh, Josh says, hi, how was the workout? It was great. I talked a little bit about it at the beginning if you want to watch the replay, but the short version is that I went to Mixed Fit. It's like a dance style group fitness class, which I love. It's like my favorite thing right now, and it was awesome. I was like, I mean, I'm always like in it, but tonight I was like going hard. It was wonderful. Natalie says, I've dropped off of Facebook. I haven't been enjoying it. I wasn't making me feel good. Every time I was on, still check Instagram and Twitter though. Yeah, I did the same thing with Facebook. I just realized like it was either stuff I didn't care about or people yelling at each other, and I was like, I don't need this. It was more, I wasn't even doing it because I liked it. It just felt like a thing I had to do. Well, I have to check it and see what's going on. And I'm sure there's things I'm missing, but I'm also like, well, if there's anything that's that important that I need to know, then I probably, that's going on in someone's life, then I probably talk to them and I know what's going on. Like, people that I talked to 5 years ago and haven't talked to since, like, oh, there you got married. That's cool, but, I don't know. Nita says, do dietitians learn about exercise as part of what you do? Sometimes we need to unplug from social media. Yeah, definitely can need a break sometimes. We do not learn about exercise as far as, like, putting together workouts or what you should do or whatever. For that, those people are like kinesiology majors and that sort of thing. Now, you can get into being a sports dietitian, so helping athletes with their food stuff. That wasn't a required class for that. I did take it as an elective. It was okay. I thought it would be interesting. But, you know, it was fine. It was good to take it. But some dietitians, like, that's their thing. That's what they do, is specialize in that. So they might work with, like, college athletes or even professional athletes. Or some just work with, you know, regular people who are really into fitness. Maybe they like to do marathons or bike races or whatever. So that is an area that dietitians can go into. But no, we're not trained to do the working out part, which is a little bit of like an annoyance for me. Is like, I'm not trained to give someone a workout. Like, I can talk to clients about, like, the exercise is important and you should find a type of exercise that you enjoy and that kind of, you know, just general stuff like that. But, you know, I'm not making anyone a workout plan, but a lot of times trainers, personal trainers, will start giving people diet plans, which that in and of itself I have an issue with, the diet part. But it's just like, I think with nutrition, a lot of times people think, oh, I can do that too. And it's like, well, no, you got the fitness thing. That's your thing. You do that, great. You do that. I'll do the food part, and that works. And we can work together, but it's important for people to not start doing things they're not trained to do, which is why I don't do fitness stuff. But they are also personal trainers, which is really cool because then they can do a combination of both. Nita says she likes the colors on my sofa. Thank you. Jenna99 says, I hardly use Facebook these days because I don't trust the site. Yeah, it's, you know, you just got to figure out which social medias, I guess, you like and what work for you. So for me, that's mostly YouTube, which is a social media site, but it's a little different than the others. Instagram, I still like Instagram. I just had to take a little break from it. I guess, Reddit. I've been doing a lot more Reddit. I used to look at it a lot, just like kind of the popular page. Now I use it to get updates on BTS and all the news that's going on with them, so I spend a lot of time on Reddit now. I think this guacamole turned out really good. Like, I make it the same way every time, but I don't really measure things. I just put stuff in there, but I feel like this was a really good batch. I just kind of rinsed my hair in the shower, like, because I try not to wash my hair, like, with soap and everything every single day. So, but I had washed it today, this morning, and then I went to the gym and it was, like, super sweaty and gross, but I didn't want to shampoo it again, so I just rinsed it. I think it'll be okay. It feels okay. We'll see. I mean, as it's drying, it looks alright, I guess. It's a little gamble, but that's what I usually do. If I washed it that morning and then I just rinse it after a workout, it usually does okay, so. So, what are you guys doing right now? Like, I know you guys are all over the place, but are you, getting ready for bed? Are you waking up in the morning? Or, like, is this a good time for you? That's another question. I mean, it seems like a lot of you are here, so that's good to know. I wasn't sure. I was a little worried that I'd get on here and there wouldn't be anyone, because I've never really done a live stream at this time before. But it seems to have worked out. Let's see. Natalie says, I'm in Maine, 9 p.m. laying in bed already. Oh, that sounds nice. After a workout, especially, I'm just like, and the shower and everything, I'm like, I'm ready for bed. J99 says, I'm winding down too. Cool. This is cool. I like this. It's a little bit of a different vibe than live streams earlier. It's a little more chill. I like it. Nita says, I was watching a Netflix show called Crossing Lines in bed. It's been rainy. Yeah, it's been pretty rainy here in Virginia too, or at least overcast and kind of foggy and stuff the past couple days. Today the sun came out a little bit. And then we have this hurricane thing happening. I don't know if any of you are in the chat, which if you are, I'm sending you my love and prayers and well wishes, and I hope that you're okay and your family's okay and everything, and your home's okay. It's been, we thought it was going to be bad here in Virginia, but now they're saying that it's not going to be as bad for us. So I had gone to the store a couple days ago and just kind of stocked up on like non-perishable food and, you know, candles and whatever, and it was else in the store because everyone else was freaking out doing the same thing, because you know how it is before a storm. Everyone's just like, we have to buy everything, and I was one of those. So I got us a bunch of stuff, and now it looks like it's not gonna be that bad, which is fine. I mean, we can just eat the food as we go through it or whatever, because it's non-perishable. It's not a big deal. But it looked like it was gonna be bad for us, but now I'm not good at keeping up with the weather, but heard it's not expected to be as bad. I think we're just going to get a lot of rain probably this weekend, but I don't think it's going to be super dangerous for us, at least. Shannon Fry says, I'm in Cleveland, got my run in earlier, now I'm knitting in bed. Ooh, knitting, fun. My roommate in college, she's one of like my best friends, she does knitting and crochet, and she taught me how to knit in college, which was fun. And I've just kind of dabbled in it though. Like, I've just made a lot of scarves. I can do straight lines really well, but I haven't expanded into learning how to do like a hat or anything. But that's fun. Very cool. What are you making, if you'd like to share? Yeah, Yasmin Ramirez says 6 p.m. here, about to make some rice. Oh, fun. Cool. That's the other thing too, for people, you know, I think about people all over the place. I know some people are sleeping right now. Some people on the other side of the world are like up and doing their morning tomorrow and stuff. But for some of you who are behind me a little bit, I feel like when I do my cooking streams, you might still be at work or at school or whatever. So this might be a better time for you. Jen99 says, when it gets to be around 10 p.m., my cat likes to make sure every human is in bed. Yeah, ours definitely start to hang around when it's bedtime. They like to snuggle. Nita says, my best friend's in North Carolina in the red zone. She says it's been downcasted to a tropical storm. Okay. That's good to know. Yeah, I should really look into that more and be more aware of what's happening. I don't really watch TV, though. We don't watch TV at all. We don't have TV. So I feel like if I was watching like the nightly news, I would know, but I don't. And so then people are like, oh, hurricane's coming. I'm like, oh, okay. I should probably note about that. You know what I mean? We get like local alerts and stuff. And of course there's Twitter. I see it on Twitter. I use Twitter a lot, talking about social media, but I don't tweet, like, which I don't know if you guys use Twitter. I feel like, maybe I'm wrong. I feel like my people probably aren't hanging out on Twitter a lot. And I don't know what I would say on Twitter. It'd probably be a lot of me sharing articles. I don't know. Twitter can feel a little bit like the sky is falling. But I use Twitter a lot just passively. Just reading, keeping up with stuff, following things I'm interested in. Anita says, it's been raining and windy over there, but nothing bad. They're being evacuated. Okay, yeah, I saw like in some of the southern parts of Virginia on the coast that they were talking about evacuations. I don't know if they're still doing that now that the path has changed, though. Like I said, I haven't been keeping up with it. Jenna99 says, on the subject of weather, it's still 80 to 90 degrees in Montreal. Yeah, it's been pretty, up until this week when it became overcast, it was still pretty hot. I mean, September can still be a pretty hot month around here, too. We've had some hot days. Natalie says, dang Jen, and too warm. I love the cool fall weather. Yeah, fall is nice. It'll be nice when we can open the windows up and all that kind of. The cats love that because then they get all the smells. Oh, Nita says they're not being evacuated. Okay, that's good. And says, I feel the same way. I have no idea what to say in Twitter. Yeah. I don't know. I guess you're supposed to have jokes on Twitter, like witty things to say. My brain just doesn't work like that. Not that I don't have jokes, but or whatever. But I'm just not thinking of like, what could I tweet? Keep to be tweeting all the time. I just like to read what other people are tweeting, I guess. Oh, Nina says, how's the garden? When do you stop growing stuff? Things will grow here till the last frost, which is usually at the end of October. Usually like the last week in October. So stuff will keep growing. The garden's growing well. What was it? Tuesday's video, I had the tomato video. So if you haven't seen that, I go through the cherry tomatoes I've been growing and kind of talk about each variety if you're interested in varieties. I do have a harvest video that I filmed the other day. I wanted to get it done before all this storm and rain and everything came. So that'll be going up soon. It's doing good. The tomatoes are an issue. They're all dying or dead, and it's like really sad. Because usually, I mean, that stuff will just keep going until the frost comes. So usually we're still picking lots of tomatoes all the way up through the end of October. But because all the plants look awful and they're all dying or dead, it looks like we're not going to be getting too many more tomatoes for much longer, which is disappointing, but, you know, it's part of it. Things don't always go according to plan. I'm okay with that. And we do have the farmers market. It's not like we'll never get another tomato. It's just, you know, when it's something that's like, it really doesn't take any extra work for those plants to just keep producing. It's just kind of like it's getting cut short a little bit. But peppers are looking good. We still have basil growing. The zinnias look great. So we're still going to be having a lot of that stuff going through till the end of October, unless something starts happening with those plants, I guess. Jenna99 says that they like a YouTube channel called Ring of Fire for U.S. News. No nonsense journalism. I've never heard of that one, but I'll check it out. We used to watch a lot of Philip DeFranco. We would watch Philip DeFranco like every single day, which was good. Just to get kind of the big news, get a little bit of the details, a little discussion on it. I really like that. Then we kind of got out of the habit, and I'll still watch it some, but it was kind of, you guys know how sometimes your routines change or whatever. It was kind of our routine that we would watch that every single day, and I feel like we were much more knowledgeable about what was going on. Especially, let me chew first. Especially because a lot of times, especially since I'm using Twitter to get a lot of my news, my knowledge is just headlines. Like, if I don't have the time to dig through 20 articles, it's like a lot of like, here's a couple headlines, here's what some people on Twitter said. Okay, I know that there's something happening in this place that's good, or something happening with that person that's not great, or you know what I mean? But I don't have the details. So watching Philly D helped me get more of the details, which was good. I should probably start doing that again, because I like it, you know what I mean? But I've been spending all my time looking at BTS, because they are my current obsession. I shouldn't say it like that, though, because it's not like at least I don't think it's like a passing interest. I think it's going to be like a long-term life interest. So, I think Jason thinks I'm a little cute with my obsession. He's in on it too, though. Don't be fooled, okay? Not that he's trying to fool you, but Jason is very much into it. I'm just like, he's here. I'm like up on the roof. Nita says, poor tomatoes. Yeah, it's sad. Kind of Vegan says, had to tear my tomatoes down last month. Sad, but happy to have a clean balcony again. Yeah, I need to go do some garden clean out stuff. I kind of just let it do its thing, and I don't baby it too much, but there are some things that need to be done. But it's been so hot. But maybe now it'll get a little cooler, and I can actually get out there and do some things. Yasmin says, I wish I could grow a garden, but I live in an apartment. I feel you. That's tough. But the good thing, even in an apartment, you can grow a couple things if you really want to. Like, you could do, I don't know if you have like a balcony where you could do plants, like Kind of Vegan was talking about. You could do stuff there, or even just like herbs on your counter. I feel like herbs are a great thing to grow because they're super expensive in the store, and then also they go bad so fast. So when you do buy them in the store, it's like you never get through them, or they're rotting, whatever. Can feel wasteful. But with a live plant, it just grows and you pick what you need, and it adds a lot of flavor to your food. Kind of Vegan says, are nutritional headlines ever important, or are they just clickbait? Mostly clickbait. Anything, yeah, almost all clickbait. Nita says, I'm a crazy stalker fan. I'm not a crazy stalker, but I am very interested. I love their music so much. It's so good. It's just like, it sounds good. When you look into the lyrics are great. Just the artistry, the choreography, the visuals, just everything. They also seem to be really genuinely nice people. I mean, obviously, I don't know them personally, but they put out so much content that you get to see a lot of them in different situations, and they just all seem like really like genuinely nice people. And I just want them to be successful because I feel like they're good people and they make good stuff, so I want them to succeed. They were actually on America's Got Talent. What was that? Last night? 2 nights ago? Something like that. Last night. So if you go to the America's Got Talent YouTube channel, there's a clip from them. They did a performance because they're in the U.S. touring right now. So they're doing a lot of U.S. press and stuff, which is cool between tour dates. So if you want to see what's up, that's a place where you can do that. Need to ask if it's Jason making that noise. Yeah, he's packing his lunch, I think, in the kitchen. Excuse me. Natalie says, I gotta see what the hype is about BTS. I always think behind the scenes when I see their name. Yeah, I did that at first too. But you should, I mean, I would encourage you to get into it.
Every time I had a music video, like, why does it say behind the scenes? It seems like a music video.
Yeah, because you're used to seeing that in other titles, and you're like, oh, this is the name of the group. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I would definitely encourage anyone to get into BTS. The first music video that we saw that started this all was the Mic Drop music video. And then that just got me down the train. So that's a really good one. Dope is a really good one. If you want more recommendations, we can discuss further. Just let me know.
We get it. You like BTS.
Guys, it's a little embarrassing. Not that I'm embarrassed to like them, but just like, I've never been this into anything. So it's a different experience for me. Yeah. Kind of Vegan says, I live in a condo, perfect for lettuce and herbs. Yeah, that sounds like a perfect thing. Oh, Nita says, hi, Jason.
Hi, Nita. And everyone else too.
Yeah. I feel like I'm still a little bit red from the gym. I get super, I mean, y'all can tell, I'm pale. And I get super red when I work out. Kind of Vegan says, I have a feeling my salad spinner is too small. We have the bigger size, I think, of the, like, we have the OXO brand. I think we have the bigger one. Kitties are hanging out in the kitchen with Jason. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna go get ready for bed. We've been hanging out for about 40 minutes, and it's about time for me to start helping Jason pack his lunch and doing flossing and brushing teeth and all that kind of stuff. Maybe looking into the latest BTS news, you know, because I got to do that before I fall asleep. But it's been really fun hanging out with you guys, and I'm glad that this late night, it's not that late, but, you know, this evening live stream worked out, and that you guys were able to be here. It's good for me to know that this is a good time for some of you. We'll do a couple more questions before I turn it off. Nita says, do you grow carrots? Have you ever grown yucca, sweet potatoes, yams, things like that? Tried carrots a couple times, haven't had much success. The germination rate is really spotty with them, and I just don't have the patience for that. Plus, carrots are cheap, so I'm kind of like, is this the best use of my space? But I may grow them in the future. I just haven't figured it out yet. I know I haven't ever grown, like, sweet potatoes or any potatoes or anything. Again, it's one of those things where it's like, they're pretty cheap to get, so I like to prioritize my garden space for things that are more expensive, or that I'm more interested in, like the tomatoes and the peppers, or, you know, where there's so many cool varieties that I want to try. Yasmin says, those chips and guac look so good. It's really tasty. I'm very happy about it. Go make you some guacamole, and you can have some too. If I could share it with you, I would. There's a little bit left in the bowl, but sadly I can't. Nita says, I grew up in Puerto Rico. My grandmother had a big garden. That's awesome. My grandma had a big garden too. I have fond memories of helping her. Jenin says, better get to bed before the alarm cats go off. Okay. And that's it for comments. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening or morning or afternoon or whatever, depending on where you are and when you're watching this. And this was a really fun hangout. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.